Today's Mass readings. May 11, 2020. Monday. The Monday of the 5th week of Easter. First reading. A reading from the Acts of the Apostles. Acts chapter 14 verse 5 to 18. There was an attempt in Iconium, by both the Gentiles and the Jews, together with their leaders, to attack and stone Paul and Barnabas. They realized it, and fled to the Lycaonian cities of Lystra and Derbe, and to the surrounding countryside, where they continued to proclaim the good news. At Lystra there was a crippled man, lame from birth, who had never walked. He listened to Paul speaking, who looked intently at him, saw that he had the faith to be healed, and called out in a loud voice, "Stand up straight on your feet." He jumped up and began to walk about. When the crowd saw what Paul had done, they cried out in Lycaonian, "The gods have come down to us in human form." They called Barnabas Zeus and Paul Hermes, because he was the chief speaker, and the priest of Zeus, whose temple was at the entrance to the city, brought oxen and garlands to the gates, for he together with the people intended to offer sacrifice. The apostles Barnabas and Paul tore their garments when they heard this and rushed out into the crowd, shouting, "Men, why are you doing this? We are of the same nature as you, human beings. We proclaim to you good news, that you should turn from these idols to the living God, who made heaven and earth and sea and all that is in them. In past generations he allowed all Gentiles to go their own ways. Yet, in bestowing his goodness, he did not leave himself without witness. For he gave you rains from heaven and fruitful seasons, and filled you with nourishment and gladness for your hearts." Even with these words, they scarcely restrained the crowds from offering sacrifice to them. The word of the Lord. Responsorial Psalm. Psalms chapter 115 verse 1 to 4 and 15 to 16. Let our response be, "Not to us, O Lord, but to your name give the glory. Not to us, O Lord, not to us, but to your name give glory. Because of your mercy, because of your truth. Why should the pagans say, 'Where is their God?' Not to us, O Lord, but to your name give the glory. Our God is in heaven. Whatever he wills, he does. Their idols are silver and gold, the handiwork of men. Not to us, O Lord, but to your name give the glory." May you be blessed by the Lord, who made heaven and earth. Heaven is the heaven of the Lord, but the earth he has given to the children of men. Not to us, O Lord, but to your name give the glory. Gospel reading. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. John chapter 14 verse 21 to 26. Jesus said to his disciples, "Whoever has my commandments and observes them, is the one who loves me. Whoever loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him and reveal myself to him." Judas, not the Iscariot, said to him, "Master, then what happened that you will reveal yourself to us, and not to the world?" Jesus answered and said to him, "Whoever loves me will keep my word, and my Father will love him, and we will come to him and make our dwelling with him. Whoever does not love me does not keep my words. Yet the word you hear is not mine, but that of the Father who sent me. I have told you this while I am with you. The Advocate, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he will teach you everything, and remind you of all that I told you." The Gospel of the Lord. Before we proceed, it would mean a lot if you hit the like button, and subscribe to this channel. Please don't forget to hit the notification bell, so you don't miss out on new videos. Feel free to share your comments, suggestions and reflections on the comment section down below. Thank you and God bless. Now, let's continue with the video. The reflection on today's Gospel. What a lovely question from Judas. Lord, what is all this about? He is mystified, perhaps exasperated, because the words of the Lord are not making sense. Several times in the Gospel of John we hear of people being put off by Jesus' words. They are too obscure. Jesus, however, does not seem to answer Judas' question directly. Instead, he continues to invite his listeners further into the life of the Godhead. We, the Father and I, will make our home in you if you keep my word. This is not a big public manifestation of God's power to the world, such as Judas is asking about, but a deepening and enriching of the life of the believer. It is hardly surprising that this invitation to share God's life and work is hard to grasp, for Judas and for us. Learning and understanding take time. But Jesus also promises that we will not be left in a state of frustrating perplexity. The Advocate, the Holy Spirit, will be sent to us to teach us and to remind us of what is important.